Okay, so we've had a good afternoon so far. So let's take what do we get, 10-minute break, Johan?
OK， 那我们今天这个上半场啊，我们休息10分钟的时间，让教授歇一歇，然后我们待会儿接下来再来讲下面的内容。
We'll come back and lay out what are the key factors in a strategic account strategy.
接下来我们就会去谈这个关键客户管理里面哪些重要的元素。
Yeah. Okay. So in this last segment of the day, what we'll spend some time is they're talking about a strategy for your strategic account. So that what I've tried to do so far this afternoon is to lay the groundwork for understanding how important some of these customers are.
接下来我们今天讲的第4个部分，这个部分是讲的就是战略客户的战略啊，可以这样理解，怎么去做你的战略客户管理。
Okay, so what we're going to talk about then is how to think about and how to develop a strategy for your major customers, especially in a B2B environment.
我们很多的公司啊，很多的企业可能都有这样的困惑，就是我知道我有一群很重要的客户，但是我究竟应该怎么去对待，怎么去处理这样的客户，为他们服务，这是一个问题。
Okay, so these are the topics I want to get through. I hope we get through all of them. We'll start off with what I call engagement level.
我们要讲的第一点就是叫做它的这个责任等级。
And this has to do with how you see your customer. Is your customer a customer that operates just in China? That would be national. Or does that customer operate in a broader geographic area, maybe Southeast Asia, or does it operate globally? So that's along the bottom here is we have your customer operates nationally, your customer operates in several countries, of which your home country is one, or your customer operates globally. So if, for instance, your customer was Haier, or was Haier or Wowie, maybe you would deal with them on a global basis. They would be a global account. On the other hand, for another customer who was operating just in China, that would be a national account.
我们看一下，如果每个人你们都可以做这样一个练习啊，拿出一张纸来，然后你可以看一下你的横轴，就是你面对的这个战略客户呢，它是属于一种什么样类型的业务的企业？它可以是国家的业务范围，也可以是区域性的。这个区域性指的是跨国的，比如说亚太区的，那么也可以是全球的。刚才教授说到，像华为、像海尔，其实更多的是已经不只是国家型客户，而是区域和全球型的客户了。那么这是我们从地域的这个广度来讲，给客户做的一个分类。
And on this axis, we have what sort of an organization are you?
那么第2个部分呢，就是我们说的，就是这个组织结构的这个组织架构的这样的一个业务线。
Maybe you operate one particular business, one particular set of products, which was in a single business, or maybe you're in multiple businesses.
你有可能只卖一个产品给这个客户，但你也有可能卖一个组合产品或者是多线的这种产品给客户。
So let's suppose we're IBM, for example. IBM has one business which has to do with hardware. I mean, it used to be a bigger business now, but it has mainframe computers and disk drives and that sort of thing.
IBM 我们举个例子来讲哈 ，IBM 很多卖的是这种电脑的硬件，当然它也存在这种卖这种大型的这种电脑主机以及一些 IT 的相关的服务。
ICM has a separate business in software, many different types of software. That's a separate business.
同时呢 ，IBM 也还有一系列的这种软件的这个开发服务，包括软件产品。
And then IBM has a service business where it offers often a lot of consulting. It purchased PricewaterhouseCoopers Consulting, and that's a third business.
IBM 还有一个重要的业务线，就是做咨询啊，解决企业内部问题的，就叫做IBM 咨询业务。
So the idea of what sort of strategic program you have depends very much on your geographic scope on the one hand and your business scope on the other hand.
所以你在归类 一个战略客户的时候，要从2个维度去考虑，一个维度是他所在的这个地域的业务的这个广泛程度，另外一个就是他的业务线是单一业务线还是一个多重业务线。
So let's suppose IBM had a major customer that had just a single business, and IBM sold software to them.
假设我们说IBM 有一个重点客户，这个客户呢，他只有一个产品一个业务，然后他给他卖他的主机。
And suppose they only operated in the United States.
他的业务范围只有在美国国内。
So this would be very simple. It's a national program dealing with that customer in the United States, and it's just dealing with this one single business of software.
对于这类型的客户，它其实就属于咱们这个 C 的这样的一个方块里面的范围，也就是在一个国家的范围之内做一种生意、一种业务。
On the other hand, if IBM sold to that customer hardware and also services, it would have a program which would be up at the top level.
但如果说他卖给他的这个产品不仅只是这个硬件，还可能包括一些软件和一些服务的话，那可能这个就属于 A 的这个方块里面的业务了。
So that strategic account manager would be responsible for hardware, software, and services in the United States, in one country.
那这样的一个客户经理。战略客户经理他要负责的工作包括硬件，包括软件，也包括咨询和解决方案的服务。
Now, let's suppose, on the other hand, the customer is a global customer. The customer operates in all around the world.
我们再来看另外一个例子，假设这个用户呢是一个全球性的一个企业。
So, if that customer is focused on say, software, we would be over here. We would have a global program that focus just on one single business, the software business.
对于单一业务的企业，你可以看到它就属于这个 I 的这个绿色的方块里面的这样的一种类型的客户。
And then the most complicated of all is in the top right, where it's a program for all the businesses and globally.
对于最复杂的类型，也就是最右上角的这个方块 G 的这个蓝色的方块，它其实最复杂的，因为第一，它跨国，有很多的区域市场；第二是它是多重业务单元。
So the major point of this slide is to show you then that when we talk about strategic account management, there are many different ways of cutting that depending on the geographic scope and depending on the number of businesses you're involved with.
我们用这张图呢，是为了向大家展示，当我们分析一个战略客户的时候，我们要认识到2个维度的问题。第一，它在哪些区域市场或者地域范围之内来做它的业务；第二是它的业务是单一的还是多重的。
So, and certainly the most complicated then is up in the top right of a global program dealing with multiple businesses.
那最复杂的也是最有挑战性的，无疑就是最右上角的那个方块里面的客户了。
Okay. Now, for your program, you need a vision. A vision has to do with, just like MIC has a vision for lower price education, so for your strategic account program, you must also have a vision. So we can see some of the important points of the vision.
我们要说的第2点就是，对于这些客户，你都要有一个我们叫做愿景的。刚才我们说，营创的愿景是打造一个人人上得起的哈佛商学院。那么，对于你的客户，你也要提供这样的一个愿景。
I'll show you a couple of examples in the next slide, but it provides a focus and a direction overall to what you're trying to achieve.
这个愿景呢，提供的是这样的一个信息：第一个就是你对于客户提供的关注点或者焦点是什么，你的方向是什么。
And it's stated as a journey, so it's not like an objective where we want $20 million profit next year or we want 30% market share by the year after next.
你在表达这个愿景的时候，还要注意，你要把这个愿景说成是一段旅程而不是本身是一个终点或者是一个某一个具体的目标。
It's a journey that we're starting on where the end point tends to change as the environmental forces change.
这里面其实包括了很多环境上的变化和调整。如果外部的市场环境发生变化的话，那么你的这个目标也要随着发生调整。
And the vision should say something about what we want to achieve as the firm, but it should also say something about our customers.
不仅仅是对于这家企业本身，你要去规划它的愿景，同时你还要为这家企业的用户去规划愿景。
Okay, so the top one is for Milliken. They are a major carpet manufacturer in the southeast of the United States.
我们看这样一家企业啊，这家公司叫 Milliken， 是做地毯的。这个地毯的一个生产企业，它是在美国的西南部啊，这样一家企业。
Okay, it's in English at the top, and then the Chinese is beneath it.
大家可以看一下这家企业，下面这是中文的翻译。
Okay, so what they say they want to do is to develop strategic alliances with their global corporate customers by organizing their focus on providing total customer satisfaction at the lowest possible price.
这家公司呢，它是这样表达它的愿景的，就是我们会给我们的全球的企业客户形成这样的一个战略的联盟关系，通过组织我们的团队。组织我们的团队呢，它的作用是提供这个完全的这个整体的这个顾客满意，而且是以最低的过程的成本。大家能明白这句话的意思吗？
Okay, so the sort of customers Milliken has would be major hotel chains like Hilton, or major retail operations like a bank, like Citibank, which is all around the world. So that on the one hand, you might think, well, if Milliken wants to sell products into China, it would talk to Citibank in China, or if it would talk to Hilton or Marriott, the hotel chains in China.
Milliken 的公司啊，这家公司它的客户通常是什么公司呢？像希尔顿酒店集团这样的公司，因为这些公司它需要地毯。还有就是像这种花旗银行，比如说它在美国的境内各个分行，它是需要用地毯的。那么如果说他要想做中国的业务，他可以这样去做，他可以去找花旗银行，或者他可以去找希尔顿，说我希望把你中国的这部分业务做起来。
And let's take Hilton, for example, or Marriott. They were discussing carpet like the carpet right here in this room, in a ballroom. They might be talking about carpet in the lobby areas. They might be talking about carpet in the various meeting rooms, and talking about carpet in the guest rooms.
比如说，他跟希尔顿来谈的时候，他肯定就要考虑到，第一，比如说像我们这样的会场里面，我们脚底下就是这样的地毯，对吧？我们提供这样的地毯给你们。同时呢，在不同的区域，比如说你在这个SPA 的区域啊，或者是在这个半入住的区域啊，不同的这种地毯的解决方案。
So that would be perfectly reasonable to talk to the procurement people in Hilton, China, about carpets in the Hilton operations, the various Hilton hotels in China.
那他们要做的就是跟希尔顿的酒店的中国区的采购部去联系，跟他们沟通。那他们需要什么样规格的、什么样特色的地毯？
And they might do the same thing in America, and the same thing in France, and the same thing in Britain, and the same thing in Sweden.
他们如果要做英国的市场、做美国的市场、做法国的市场的时候，其实也是一样的，也就是要到这些国家的这些采购部希尔顿集团的采购部去跟他们谈同样的生意。
But let's suppose someone at Hilton Corporate says, well, we're buying carpet in all these different countries. Maybe if we did one contract around the world, we would end up with better service and maybe a better price.
刚才我们其实讲到了这个问题，就是全球范围内出现的一个问题是什么？供应商数量被砍掉了，所以对于希尔顿酒店的时候，他的考虑是什么？可能我不会说法国用一个供应商，英国用一个供应商，美国用一个供应商，可能我只会考虑一个供应商。这个供应商呢，为我所有国家的这个酒店地毯提供解决方案，提供产品。同时呢，我通过这种方式可以大量的削减我的采购成本。
So what this is saying, what Milliken wants to do is not to do that, not to do the country-by-country arrangements. Milliken wants to talk to Hilton at Hilton Corporate and make major deals and major agreements for all their properties all around the world.
那你可以看到，在这里体现出了，在他的愿景里面体现了出来的这一点，就是他做的是全球的生意、全球的业务，对吧？不是一个国家一个国家的，同时他为他提供的是一个整体打包的解决方案。
And there may be major benefits for Hilton.
那这对于希尔顿来说，其实意味着一个更大的福利。
If Hilton is buying that much more carpet in one particular contract, they might get a better price.
假设说，如果希尔顿把10个供应商的订单给一个供应商，他会得到一个什么好处？深度的折扣，对吧？他可以从供应商那里拿到更好的价格。
Furthermore, if they're dealing with one supplier, they might overall get better quality than if they're dealing with different suppliers in different countries.
另外一个好处是什么呢？如果他只从一个供应商那里采购，那么他所获得的是一个稳定的质量标准，是一个统一的质量标准，而不是每个国家有每个国家自己的标准，是难以控制的。
And there's probably a branding issue here for Hilton. If Hilton has some control at corporate over the carpets that are in all its properties around the world, then that will say something about the brand of Hilton, how Hilton is perceived by its customers.
还有一点就是品牌价值。当这个希尔顿可以说，那我是从某个著名的地毯公司采购的这个产品的时候，这其实是会为希尔顿的品牌加分的。
And so for Milken, then, there are a number of, there are relatively few in the big scheme of things, relatively few potential customers, but those customers are very large.
所以对于 Milliken 地毯公司来讲，它其实面对的是这样的客户非常少，像希尔顿这样的客户非常少，但就是这样的客户会未来为它带来非常可观的利润。
Certainly, they're all the hotel and resort chains. They're all the banks. There may be some all the stores like I don't know whether Starbucks uses carpet, but a Starbucks, a McDonald's, a KFC, all of those sorts of customers would be in the target group.
那我们在想哪些地方还需要用到地毯呢？比如说有一些这个医院啊，有一些酒店，有一些银行，或者是一些咖啡馆，甚至有可能需要呢地毯。那这些其实都是这家公司要考虑的客户范围。
I think you can see that it's one thing to negotiate a carpet arrangement, a carpet contract in one country, and it's much more complicated to agree a contract that is global.
我们都知道这个道理啊，就是如果你跟一个国家的企业去谈的时候，你可能会比较容易去拿下这个订单。但是当你想跟一个全球的这样的一个市场范围之内采购部去谈成生意的时候，这个过程当然要复杂很多。
So what goes along with this vision is clearly that the human resources, a set of skills that are global account managers, our strategic account managers operating global, will have are going to be greater than if they were just operating in one single country.
那就给这家企业的人力资源部提出了一个很难的问题，也就是什么？他要提升他的人员的素质，销售人员的素质，他必须雇佣更高的业务水平、更高的这个学历的这样的优秀的这个客户经理，才能去拿下这样的客户。
Yeah, we could agree or disagree as to whether this makes sense, because from a going back to Hilton point of view, it may be better for them actually to negotiate nationally, because then they may have a sort of a local taste to their carpeting in their various hotels.
那当我们站在这个希尔顿酒店的角度来讲的话，它可能还有一定的这个诱惑力，也就是说，如果它每个国家找一个供应商的话，它可能会保持这个国家的这个文化上面的选择的一种特别或者是特殊性。
But nonetheless, I think you can see from this simple vision statement that this sets a whole direction for Milliken in the direction they want to go in terms of the sort of customers they want and how they want to deal with them.
但是从这个角度 ，Milliken 这家公司，他提出这个愿景的时候，他其实已经做出了自己的选择，就是去找那些有全球的业务的这些大的企业，那么通过集中的去攻关，去拿下这些企业，为自己的企业来带来更多的收入。
This is another one for Cisco to provide best-in-class business practice and support for our worldwide global account customers.
那这是我们说思科公司为全球它的战略客户提供的这样的一个愿景。他说的意思就是说，我们为全球的这种战略客户啊，提供一个在行业内最高标准的这样的一个服务，或者是完成的这个内容。
That's another one which happens to be global, but equally well, I think you can see that we could develop vision statements which focused on customers that operated in single countries, that operated in France, or in Germany, or in the Philippines, or in China.
他们当然也可以说，我可以对各个不同的国家提供这种业务，但是显然没有我们说在全球范围内的最高水准要更加有吸引力。
Third item, program objectives. What is it we're trying to achieve with our program? We know that there's this sort of tendency for an 80-20 rule to go on, but how much business do we want from our strategic accounts relative to all our other customers?
下一点就是要落到具体上来讲，比如说你真的要做战略客户或者战略客户经理这样的一个团队的话，那你应该怎么去落实你的战略目标？换句话说，你真的是应该把80%的这个投资用到20%的这个用户上去吗？是这样的一个规则吗？
Because we've got really two things going on here. One is that if we've got these major customers, certainly we want to put effort into them to get the best sets of revenues that we can get from those customers.
这里面包含着一个思维方式，这个思维方式就是说，当你能够获得一个战略客户的时候，你肯定希望通过最大的努力，从他的身上得到最多的价值的这个源泉。
But on the other hand, if we lose one of those customers, that's a very big loss.
但是如果反过来，如果你失去了这样的一个大客户的话，对于企业来讲是一个极大的损失。
So what we may want to do is say, well, yes, we want to get a lot of revenue out of these major customers, but on the other hand, we want a sufficient number of customers so that if we lose one, that really doesn't hurt us, that we can sustain that loss.
这里面一个重要的教训就是不要把所有的鸡蛋都放在一个篮子里面，因为如果放在一个篮子里面，这个篮子打破的话，你的所有的损失是无法挽回的。那你就需要为自己去设计，你要有保有量，就是保量的客户。那其他的客户，如果这个大客户没有保住的话，其他的人也能为你带来可观的收入。
So there are some issues of what sort of objective is it? Is it a revenue objective, a profit objective, and then secondly the operational objective of how much and by when?
那这里面就存在你要设定目标，你的收入目标是多少，你的利润目标又是多少？那么通过哪一种运营的方式，你能够做到这一点？投入多少钱？包括你的时间节点是什么？
And if you were paying attention this morning, you'll recognize that we have both a strategic objective and an operational objective. Where we want to go, strategic, operational, how much and by when, just the same as we had in the market strategy earlier in the day.
如果你还记得今天上午我们讲的这个原则是相通的啊，也就是说你要有一个战略目标，但这个战略目标同时还必须要有一个行动目标或者说运营目标，要花多少钱啊，在什么日期之前要完成这样一个任务。
Okay, so we talked about engagement level then, which was the type of program. We've talked about the vision, we talked about the objectives, and now let's talk about the scope.
我们刚才讲的3点啊，下面第4点我们要讲的是规模。
And here we want to worry about, in terms of scope then, this is about global. How many of these accounts do we want?
规模意思就是说呢，你需要多少个这样的客户？
How many national accounts? How many regional accounts? How many global accounts?
这个落实到国家的数量上，有多少个国家型的这样的一个战略型客户？还有多少跨区域的就区域型客户和多少个全球客户？
Now, if we have not had a program, if this is something, if we are operating with a traditional system, Salesforce system like we talked about, and we decide that we want to get into doing into some form of strategic account program, one of the ones we talked about, how many accounts do we want? How many customers do we want initially to start off with? And then how many customers do we want in some sort of steady state, steady ongoing state?
也就是说，你现有的这个客户群体，你怎么去给他做划分？你到底要把多少个大客户拿出来，专门成立团队去为他们服务？还有多少个客户，你作为这个其他的常规的传统的销售团队，用传统的销售团队去管理他们？
Let me tell you, one of the problems companies get into, one of the issues that you should be very careful about.
下面我要讲的就是一个你非常一定要重视的一个问题。
And I've seen this many times that what happens is companies do not have a strategic, and then they learn about this 80-20 rule. They realize, oh yes, there are this small number of customers relatively to give a large large amount of revenue. We've really got to get into that program in a big way.
很多企业都会犯的一个大错误啊，这个错误是什么呢？就是当你发现真的是20%的客户给你提供80%的收入的时候，这时候你来一个180度大转弯，你说这些客户我就拿我的这个最重要的这个部队、最重要的团队去为这些少数的客户提供服务，其实这里面是有一个非常大的错误的。
This is very important stuff, and we have to put in major investment right away.
他会认为说我们要一下子把一大笔钱。一大笔精力和人力都投入到这个关键客户上面去，这样做。
And what companies then do is to develop a program with a large number of customers, maybe 20, 30 customers, something like that.
那这样的公司，它通常的想法就是一下子把我最重要的20个客户全部都拿出来，这20个客户我会花大量的精力，80%的精力和财力投入去为这些人服务。
I was called into Merrill Lynch a few years ago. The same thing had happened there, and they had started a program with 60 strategic accounts.
因为凯普教授是这个关键客户领域的一位大师，那么他就曾经被美林证券联系，去要求他去为美林证券去做这个方面的这个大客户的设计。但是他们一开始的时候就做了一个非常野心勃勃的设计，把自己的60个最大的客户拿出来做他的关键客户部。
So there are two things that I'm hoping I'm getting across. One is these programs are very important.
第一点，我要跟大家强调，当然，这种关键客户的方向和它的重要性是不言而喻的。
The second is that they're very difficult.
但是第二点是什么？关键客户都很难对付。
You can imagine if you've been running a Salesforce system for 20, 30, 40 years, and now you change that system, that's not going to be easy.
假设你有一个销售团队，这个团队已经要按照既定的模式已经运营了20年甚至更长的时间了，这个时候你突然打破这样的一个既有的一个结构，其实这是很危险的一件事情。
On the one hand, it's going to be difficult to do, and on the other hand, there'll be people in the organization who like the old way of doing things and don't like the new way.
第一点就是你自己本身做出改变就非常困难。第二点是什么呢？就是企业内部你会遭遇强大的来自组织结构之间的这种阻力。
That's a long way to say that when you introduce one of these programs, you're going to make mistakes.
也就是说，你要突然尝试开始做战略客户管理、做大客户团队的时候，你将会出错的，你肯定会出错。
However hard people work on it, you're going to screw up.
而且就是不可避免的，就是在这个转型的过程当中，你肯定会犯下一些你不愿意犯的错误。
Think what happens if you've a program where you've suddenly put 50 customers into this new program.
那如果说你一下子把50个最重大的客户都扔进这样的一个试点的项目里面来，你想象一下会发生什么事情？
And you make mistakes.
然后你就把他们给得罪了，比方说做错了。
You've made mistakes. Considering this now major program with 50 customers, everybody's going to know about those mistakes.
你看，首先50个是最重要的客户，然后你在这个客户上面搞砸了，是不是所有的企业里面所有的人都要知道这件事儿？
And then what will happen is the program will die.
然后接下来你可以想象，就是这个关键客户部门可能会马上被关掉。
I've seen that so many times. Companies understand how important strategic account management is. They put major resources into it with a lot of customers. They make a mistake. Everybody knows about it, and the program dies within a couple of years.
我见过这种情况实在是太多了。 在企业内部发生的情况，就是他们知道战略客户很重要，他们也要组建团队去为他们服务。但是在这个过程当中，一下子50个客户进来之后，他们犯了错误之后，这个项目马上就会面临一个被关停的这样的一个局面。太多的事情这样发生过了。
So if you don't have one of these programs and you're thinking about starting it, start it small. Start with 3 customers, 6 customers, something like that.
所以如果你也在考虑做这件事情，方向肯定是正确的，但是你一定要注意一点，就是一定要从迈小步开始啊，小跑开始，就是从5、6个客户开始尝试试点这样做。
You will make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and as you figure out how to do this, then you can add additional customers.
首先，你做转型肯定会犯错误，毫无疑问。但是你可以通过这5、6个客户学到你需要知道的错误的这些教训，然后把更多的客户放到这个项目里面来。这个项目这样的一个客户管理方式，它才能继续存在下去。